What's up, everybody? Y'all come on in. What's up, Nia? What's up, Crystal? What's up, Mavro? What's up, Doll? Y'all come on in. What's up, GG? Y'all come on in. What's up, Javon? We'll give him another minute, y'all, and we'll get started. What's up, D? What's up, third son? What's up, Carolyn? All right. How about we begin? Now, title of this lecture is SuperNiggas to SuperNovas. Now, this will be part 2 to the exceptional nigga lecture, right? So this will be part 2 to that. Or we back in here working on this hidden nigga frequency that nobody all of a sudden wants to talk about due to the rituals that was done on the words. See what I'm saying? But we already know nigga means natural. You see what I'm saying? The natural man, you know, and the natural woman. Because nigga comes from Nita. Nita means nature. See what I'm saying? Naga, serpent. See what I'm saying? So nigga, which means emperor and empress. Niger. See what I'm saying? Negrito, we go on and on. Every culture has their name, nigga Juno. So this culture is no different. You see what I'm saying? It's no different. What's up, Oshun? What's up, Linda? It's no different with this particular situation. So now, let's continue. What is the super nigga? You know, we talked about this. We touched on it. We was talking about that the exceptional nigga is a group of being born out of the American Negro or nigga, and they were classified as that one nigga in 10,000 because they was a level beyond bright, beyond intelligent. They had tapped into what? The super nigga or the superneter, the SuperNigga. What's the superneter? The superneter is the supernatural. You see what I'm saying? The supernatural. Why is it the supernatural? The supernatural is what? The superhero. Soot overlord. See what I'm saying? This is what we was touching on last lecture. So this is just a recap. This is, supernatural. We got images this time. So let's tap into it. Let's tap into it a little bit when we talking about the super nigga energy. You see what I'm saying? You know, my homie Return to I, shout out to Return to I and Bafamaga. He dug up this little gem that I'm about to show y'all. Boom, Richard Pryor, the super nigga. Then I got a little video for y'all as well, dealing with that super nigga energy. So check it out.
See Kyle. Hello. I am Ra of Vathlo. That is to say, my name is Oa, of the House of Ra, from Vathlo Island on planet Krypton. Vathlo Island is an island continent on planet Krypton which is populated by a highly developed black race of Kryptonians who retained their independence and did not join the Planetary Federation. Unlike Kal-El Superman's father Jor-El, the black Kryptonians of Vathlo Island did not wait until the last minute, just weeks before the planet Krypton imploded, to evacuate the planet. The black Kryptonians of Vathlo Island were intelligent enough to sense the impending danger, and evacuate the planet Krypton years before the planet's destruction. The black Kryptonians of Vathlo Island came to Earth and other planets throughout the universe, and they survived the destruction of planet Krypton, because they left the planet long before the calamity. The word Krypton means the hidden one, and comes from the word crypt, meaning to hide and conceal. So now that Krypton has been destroyed, let me reveal the real secret origin of Superman. In the German language, the word Übermensch means Superman, and was used to describe Adolf Hitler's Nazi white Nordic Aryan race. Adolf Hitler believed that the white Nordic Aryan race was the supreme race, or Übermensch, Superman, on planet Earth. Adolf Hitler was motivated to believe that the white Nordic Aryan race was the superior race on planet Earth because of his association with the Thule Society. The Thule Society claimed they were contacted by white Nordic extraterrestrials from the Aldebaran star in the constellation of Taurus the Bull. The Nazi SS stands for Schutzestaffel, which in the German language means Protection Squadron. The Nazi SS Protection Squadron was to be composed of only the Übermensch, Superman, the men of the white Nordic Aryan race. If one S is rotated 90 degrees and overlaid on the other S in the Nazi SS symbol, it creates the image of the Nazi swastika. When the character of Superman was first created by the Jewish children Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, in the 1933 comic book entitled The Reign of the Superman, Superman was a villain determined to take over the world, and was based on the Übermensch Superman of the Nazi SS. The comic book character of Superman was later redesigned as a hero, to combat evil forces like the Nazi SS Übermensch Superman. So we see that the S symbol, the extraterrestrial theme, and the superiority complex found in the Kryptonian Superman stories, comes from Nazi Germany. However, in the 1936 Olympic Games in Nazi Germany, Hitler received a rude awakening when his Nazi SS, white Aryan Nordic Übermensch Superman, were defeated by a real Superman, who was a black man named Jesse Owens, who was a real-life example of the phrase, faster than a speeding bullet, and able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. See, if Kryptonians like Kal-El Superman get their power by absorbing yellow sunlight, then wouldn't black Kryptonians, with high amounts of melanin in their skin, be able to absorb more yellow sunlight, and thus be more powerful than Kal-El Superman? The word Krypton means the hidden one, and Kryptonians who come to Earth get their superhuman powers by absorbing light from the yellow sun. In ancient Egypt, Amun means the hidden one, and Amun was merged with the sun god Ra, becoming Amun-Ra, a Neter, god, beyond human, or Superman. The Amun-Ra Superman was also depicted as a black man in ancient Egypt. The scholar Gerald Massey noted that in ancient Egypt, the four races of people depicted in the tomb of the pharaoh Seti I were the red people called the Rud, who were the Egyptians, the brown or yellow people called the Hemu, the white people called the Tamahu, and the Nubians or black people, who were called the Nasi, or Nahisi, meaning born black from the egg, where the egg was also symbolic of the sun. As you can hear, this ancient Egyptian word Nahisi, or Nazi, which was used for the black Nubians, the real Superman, is phonetically similar to the word Nazi, which was stolen and corrupted by Adolf Hitler. Also, the Nazi symbol of the swastika is called the Black Sun, and was stolen from a symbol which is sacred to black African people, called the Four Movements of the Sun. In the Man of Steel movie, it is said that the S symbol that Kal-El Superman wears on his chest is not a letter S, but rather it stands for hope. Well, hope is the substance of things believed in, and evidence of things not seen. Hope is synonymous with faith, belief, trust, and not knowing. You do not have to hope, have faith, believe, or trust something is going to happen or is real, when you have knowledge, certainty, clarity, assurance, confidence, evidence, experience, and reason. This symbol on my chest is not a letter N. It is symbolic of knowledge, certainty, clarity, assurance, confidence, evidence, experience, and reason. You do not have to hope for a black Superman. You have already experienced clear evidence of black Superman in real life, to have certainty of his existence. Jesse Owens, Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali, Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders, Jim Brown, Pele, Usain Bolt, Serena Williams, Lawrence Griffith Joyner, Carmelita Jenner, Shelley-Ann Fraser-Price, just to name a few, are examples of real black supermen and superwomen who have performed superhuman feats before our very eyes.
So there you go. Now you understand what the super nigga, Superman, Superwoman energy is. That's what the SuperNigga energy is. But now, we have to ask ourselves, is there a level beyond SuperNigga? And the answer is yes. The level beyond it is when the SuperNigga learns to go supernova. So now, what is a supernova? Personally, we're going to get to how it works intergalactically in a second. It is the eruption of the solar Kundalini force that erupts out of you, causing you, as the human torch, would say, to flame on. You see what I'm saying? Melanated solar, flame on. You know, if y'all remember Human Torch from Fantastic Four, he had the ability to do what? He had the ability to engulf his whole body in flames, in fire, in force. You see what I'm saying? That solar force. So let's look at an example of that. Let's see that. Let's tap in.
Desire to discover, but with every new discovery, there are consequences. Johnny's a adrenaline junkie. He likes to walk right up to the line, maybe step on the line. We've been in an accident. We have to cope with life after this traumatic event. All these abilities come from another dimension. Johnny looks at this as a big opportunity to finally find his purpose. If you can work together, then you can change the course of history. Just cracked it.
So there you go. That's the human torch. And now, when we get into the science of the human torch, and we talking about this supernova energy, they discuss what we call sun heat genes. Now, what are sun heat genes? They are literally these mass cells, these solar genetics already embedded inside of you. And what's up, Sherry? What's up, Ariel? That's already embedded inside of you that allows you to harness the solar radiation of the sun, both in you, beneath you. Don't forget Mother Earth's sun and the universal sun out in space. You see what I'm saying? So when you absorb enough energy, you go what? You go supernova. So let's get into the science of that real quick.
Its name from the root word, ether, which means our origin is the sun. Ether is the prominent life-giving energies that the sun produces, called sunshine, starshine, and the heat of the world. Ether means burning like life, and black like space, the perfect existence. Life itself is indeed a burning. Sunshine is ether, and is the origin of black people. With the Ethiopian, our blackness is inherent from the sun, since we are the sun's original offspring. The Ethiopian race is direct descendants of the sun, in the prosperity of the sun's physical and visible light, sunshine, the suns themselves, fire, heat, electricity, natural universe ether, and even life itself, are black like space, and this is why these energies turn persons and things black, whenever they come in contact with these powers long enough. The sun has empowered us Ethiopians with the same powers of the sun, the power to be black, and to produce black offspring. The blackness of the African race shines like the surface of the sun and his energies. The skin of black people is black because, like the sun, we Ethiopians have in our reproductive system and bone marrow what is called sun heat genes. These sun heat genes become part of the blood, and they emanate outward to the skin, and the sun heat genes burn the skin black. The more sun heat genes one has, the blacker the person will be. Natural ether is natural fire that naturally burns whatever, or whoever, it comes in contact with, and this is why when people go out on the beach in the sunshine, they become darker. For black people, this sunshine is within the genes. It is called melanin by mundane scientists, and sun genes by universe scientists. The sun genes of African race black people are originally produced by sun energies, and this is why the black skin of the people of the Ethiopian race is supposed to shine. Therefore, being black is being superior in color, because the suns of the universe are jet black, and they are superior to all other universal bodies. Hence, black is not only beautiful, but also the best and purest of the colors. A member of the Ethiopian race may philosophically be called a mcjnetwork, which means, among other positive things, the black new star. The sun gives off ether in the form of what is called prominences. The sun has antennae called granulation, and Ethiopians' woolly hair looks like that granulation, so our woolly hair may correctly be called granulation. If one puts a straight strand of hair closer and closer to a fire, that strand of hair will granulate, that is, ball up, because of the potency of the heat. The Ethiopian carries a sun within, and we appeared on planet Earth at a time when no other race could survive in the Earth's atmosphere, because just after creation, the atmosphere was too dense and potent. The African pygmy gods, the ancestors of modern-day Ethiopians, grew the universes in their sunfire form. Then as time progressed, they personified themselves as flesh and blood beings at the source of the Nile River in Mother Africa. Only Ethiopians with sun heat genes could survive and live in Earth's original atmosphere, and we had to be much stronger than those of mankind who came much later. In other words, the sun heat genes in the African pygmies were so dense and potent in their bone marrow and reproductive system, they turned the hair kinky, as fired as to a straight strand of hair. Hence, woolly hair is superior to straight hair, as the suns are superior to other universal bodies. Woolly hair by nature assures the Ethiopian that he and she are the originals on the planets, thereby the original personifications of the suns. Black skin is sun skin, and woolly hair is sun hair. Like the sun, woolly hair symbolizes loyalty, originality, and life. Life springs from an acid base, and is perpetuated by that acid base, and of course, acids burn, so hence, life is a burning. When the burning stops, that is the end of the individual's personal life, because the purpose of the body is to provide the conditions for the burning, that is life.
So there you go. There you go. So now, what does the word Nova even mean? See what I'm saying? We gotta understand what it means. Now, Nova comes from the Latin novus, which means new, and is usually combined with the Latin word stella, which means star. So it is Nova Stella, which means new star or new soul. So that's what it means to go supernova. Now, let me introduce to you the concept of the nigga nova. You see what I'm saying? What is the nigga nova? It's basically what you've just been seeing for the last few minutes of this video. It is the melanated solar being. You see what I'm saying? The melanated solar being. The nigga nova, the melanated new star that we now know, a new soul. That's what this nigga energy has been about for the last 400 years, which we're going to get into later. Preparing your inner self for this alchemy that we just went through to produce this super nigga energy. And now this super nigga energy is metamorphosing into the supernova energy, or what we call nigga nova, or the nigga novas. You see what I'm saying? So the naturally born new star. You see what I'm saying? The new star on the block. The melanated new star. The dark star. You see what I'm saying? So now, let us continue here. Let us continue. So now, I got a mantra for you, just like I had for you on the exceptional nigga. What you do is you go into your room and your bathroom or wherever your favorite mirror is, and you recite the mantra. And you say it 3 times to do what? Activate that pineal, that pituitary, and the hypothalamus. Also known as the 3 wishes, that genie, that inner magi. See what I'm saying? You say it with your sacral chakra, your testes, and your ovaries. And you say, I am a nigga nova. You see what I'm saying? I am a nigga nova. One more time. I am a nigga nova. You see what I'm saying? And this will actually help you tap into that supernova energy. I'm going to give y'all something else to even take that energy even further, to go with the mantra towards the end of this lecture. So let's continue. Why is it important to go supernova? Because it is the next stage of evolution after becoming a super nigga or a supernatural. See what I'm saying? After you become a supernatural, after you put on your cape, after you do the things you need to do, you begin to ponder. Is there a level higher than this? And so you have to go within and find that level. And you start to speak to your soul and the cosmic forces and your ancestors and everybody tell you, there is. Start combusting that soul energy inside of you. Start allowing it to engulf that physical material body and let it become pure ether, pure fire, pure motherfucking soul. So now, let's continue here. Not only are we going supernova at this time, Mother Earth is going supernova, now known as Gaia Barbarossa. The universe is going supernova, aka noon. So because the universal kundalini is heating up, the planetary kundalini is heating up, just like your kundalini is heating up. So this is what you got going on here. So what happens once you go supernova? Your light body consumes your physical body, and you become a man on fire or a woman on fire. And this gives you the power to become a celestial Etherean / etherbender. Now, let us stop there. What is the ether bender, Marvin? What is you talking about? Well, what is that? Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the Ethereum and the ether bender. You see what I'm saying? What is that energy? Let's hit it. What is an Ethereum? An Ethereum is a solar being who has unlocked the full powers of their soul and has become their Kundalini fire. So, of course, by extension, the ether bender is, as we well know, first of all, ether is that shit that make your soul burn slow, or substance that make your soul burn slow, in the great words of Nas, so that you have time to become the sun, so you can create suns and become a star creator or a soul creator. See what I'm saying? You see what I did there? The soul creator. So now, I got a few videos for you when it comes to the ether bending, the Ethereum. Let's get it. Here we go.
When we breathe in as a people, talk to me. What do we breathe in? Right. Say it again. Oxygen. What do you need to light a fire? And when you breathe out, what are you breathing out? Carbon dioxide. Right? What's the root word of carbon dioxide? And what does fire give off when it burns? This is what we knew, that sun was in touch with us. And we're at our best under it. That light and the light inside of you is linked up. That light inside of you is ether. And identifies you as the utopia. And when you combine the two, you get Ethiopia. Somebody don't want us to know about the 9 ether.
Stop you up.
Electricity, what have been classified as ether. You know what I'm saying? You talk about ancient alchemy and the ancient classifications of elements. So they had earth, water, air, and ether. You know what I'm saying? Or they said fire is all said ether. They still qualify in the same, you know what I'm saying, classification. So if you're saying, oh, I'm an electrician, right? You're literally saying, I am an ether engineer. I am an ether technician. I am an individual amongst the tribe who knows how to control the ether for the use. You know what I'm saying? Can you tell me what this ether engineering is?
Ether engineering. Yeah, going back to the ancient schools, man, ether, basically, let's talk about electricity, light, and fire, you know what I'm saying? That's actually a program where I'm training young brothers how to become ether engineers, able to create and control electricity, fire, and light, able to bend it at will.
There is no doubt that the judgment of the Most High will be much hotter than ever. Earthquake, lightning, thunder, brimstone, and fire. Yes, it gonna be fire. Hotter fire,
That's a book, by the way.
From the energy that brought you the science of sciences and the science inside.
There go part 2.
The science of sciences and the science and sciences. 9 to the 9th power of 9. Supreme mathematics, African mathematics, top technology, engineering applications of African sciences, and architect, how to build a pyramid. Comes the 5th book, 5th element, 9 ether, ray, engineering.
has acknowledged the existence of the fundamental and quintessential element in energy that permeates the totality of nature. While the names, labels, stories, details, and explanations regarding this quintessential substance has changed over time, the concept has been present and prevalent in a variety of different cultural expressions, philosophies, theologies, ideologies, religious theories, and sciences throughout history. In the English language, this quintessential substance is called ether, meaning pure air, clear sky, or to incinerate and burn. The word ether is also the etymological origin of the word Ethiopian. In ancient alchemy, ether was conceptualized as the fifth element after the four elements of earth, air, fire, and water. In Greek mythology, ether was personified as a primordial elemental god representing light, the upper air, and upper atmosphere, which was considered the realm of the gods. The personification of concepts related to alchemy and ether in Greek mythology was actually predated by ancient African concepts and cosmologies found in Egypt. In ancient Egypt, the primordial gods called the eight Abdog or Keminu gave birth to the nine Indianad or Sejet, which include deities that personified the concepts related to ether, including Atum or Ray, representing energy or light, Nut, representing the sky, as well as deities which personified the other four alchemical elements, including Shu, representing air, Tefnut, representing water, Yeb, representing earth, and Satuk, representing fire. If charted cyclically, the various personifications or transformations of ether energy from one form to another is comparable to what modern science now calls thermodynamics. The thermodynamic processes of ether were charted in the ancient science of alchemy and cultures around the world. The etymology of the word thermodynamic comes from the Greek word thermos, meaning heat, and dynamics, meaning power. Thus, the word thermodynamics refers to the power of heat. In ancient African cosmology, the power of heat was personified as a goddess who was the daughter of the sun deity Ra, named Sekhmet, whose name literally meant the powerful one. Amongst the southern Egyptians, Kushites, Nubians, and Central Africans, Sekhmet was synonymous to the name Nyabingi, the queen of queens and master of thermodynamic change. In modern science, the acceptance of concepts related to ether has undergone a metaphorical thermodynamic change over time as well. Since modern scientific theory grew out of ancient theologies, initially many of the early modern scientists accepted and acknowledged the existence of ether. Plato, Aristotle, and Isaac Newton all acknowledged and discussed ether in their writings. In the 1800s, various scientists tried to prove the existence of ether experimentally but were unsuccessful. By the 1900s, Albert Einstein's theories of relativity convinced most of the scientists at the time that ether was completely imaginary and did not exist. However, the death of early scientific concepts related to ether gave rise and rebirth to new modern scientific concepts which echoed the concepts related to ether of the past. Albert Einstein's theories, which suggested that space was some type of medium, actually introduced what is called relativistic ether and the Einstein ether theory. In addition to the scientific evidence that supports the existence of relativistic ether permeating space, other modern scientific concepts that are reminiscent of ancient ether concepts are string theory, the Higgs field, and dark energy. And so, we observe a correlation between the attributes of ether from ancient science and 9 modern scientific concepts related to ether. From ancient science, 9 attributes of ether are: ether permeates all of nature, the universe, and existence. Ether is primordial, essential, and fundamental. Ether exists in the outer space, the sky, and heaven. Ether exists within the upper air and atmosphere. Ether is related to breath and breathing. Ether is needed for life. Ether can incinerate and burn. Ether is related to light, and ether is associated with energy. The book 9 Ether Ray Engineering provides a scientific framework to teach the reader how to harness the power of ether. For more information, be sure to check out the book 9 Ether Ray Engineering, available at www.africancreationenergy.com.
What's up, Boffa? So, who's this person that's bothering y'all down here? Usually, block this dude. I don't know who he is, but I see he bothering multiple people with some idea of, I don't know what he doing, but I know he get on everybody's nerves, because hell, even I'm paying attention to him. So I just blocked that motherfucker. Anyway, yeah, as you can see, Now Eat the Engineer, that's actually a book. I got that book. African Creation Energy. I might have to go in on his sciences one day. You having a hard time with the left brain side of things and trying to understand the mystical, the mathematics and the mystical side of it from a logical point of view or a scientific point of view, his work is the best work out there. I have to go in on his information at a later date. Now, let's build on what he just said. Non-ether engineering is the practical applications of tapping into the solar force. See what I'm saying? Because ether just means soul. That's all it really means. Soul, that primordial soul that's inside of you, that divine spark that's inside of you, that solar light, the electromagnetic energy, that plasmic, that photonic plasmic energy. You see what I'm saying? That's inside of you, roaring through you as a fire that can't be stopped and can't be moved. You see what I'm saying? So now let us see it in action. Let us see a motherfucker go supernova. We can see in the masculine perspective. Let's see it from the feminine perspective. How about that? Let's get it.
Now, if I can help, then I can. Ideally with your assistance. You have the ability to do things your father could never do in his papers.
Things like what?
I asked you to meet me here because I thought it'd be easier to show you. In that bag, you'll find a perfect copy of your suit. I want you to put this in your ear.
And then what?
Fly straight up until it beeps.
Wait, what about the perimeter?
Already accounted for. Now, let's get you changed.
Reaching for ya.
So there you go. Sister Lightning going supernova on these motherfuckers. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. So let's continue now. So what else have we seen on our journey to discover this supernova energy? Where else have we seen this? The story of Icon from Icon Comics. Icon is the story of this alien, Anunnaki, Nephilim, who crash landed on planet Earth, but it was during the times of slavery. He would then go on to join the resistance and fight for the freedom of his people until they got free. Then he would chill for a while until he meets the Sister Rocket, who would reactivate him, and he would go on to fuck some shit up. You see what I'm saying? To fuck some shit up. So let us hear about it. Let us see what he got to say here. Yes, it's a live action little video. I'm just gonna show you the trailer. You wanna go check it out later? It's up to you. I'm gonna show you the trailer of what we got going on here.
I deep regret to inform you who's responsible for the Big Bang.
Let me turn down the brightness a little bit. There we go. Let's try this again.
It's in my deep regret to inform you who's responsible for the Big Bang. You thought you had a higher position than what you actually have. You grew content and complacent with the mere illusion of power. And all along, you were nothing more
So there you go. That's what you're seeing here. So, what is his story? I'm gonna let them tell it.
Icon, issue number 1, in May of 1993. Now, his original alien name is Arnis.
Like I said, he can explain it better than me. Just turn it down, so it's getting dark now.
Hi everybody, I hope you're having a great day. In this video I'm going to be covering Icon. Now he made his first appearance in the self-titled Icon issue number 1 in May of 1993. Now his original alien name is Arnis, but his given human name is Augustus Freeman IV. He stands 6 feet 8 inches tall.
Once again, that name, that last name, Freeman. Why they keep using it? Why they keep using it? I think the first time it popped up had to have been the spook that sat by the door. I think this a little. It's either this or spook that sat by the door. One of them came out first. Cause spook that sat by the door came out in the late 60s, early 70s. I think the Icon Company comic may have came out in the 67. I forget. Whichever one. This Freeman energy hit the planet hard. We could damn near track. I might just do a lecture just on the bloodline of the Freeman family in fucking media cinema. And it's gonna blow your mind. Everything from Django Freeman to Atticus Freeman. You see what I'm saying? We just do a whole lecture just on the bloodline itself. You feel me? Of this magical assassin. It's a group of magical assassins, magical warriors and warriors doing it big. You see what I'm saying? These exceptional niggas, these super niggas, these nigga novas. You see what I'm saying? These naga novas, these nita novas. So let's continue.
Now his original alien name is Arnis, but his given human name is Augustus Freeman IV. He stands 6 feet 8 inches tall, weighs 290 pounds, having brown eyes and black hair. Now, Icon is a member of an advanced alien race known as Terminans, but due to his physiology being a mixture of human and Terminan DNA, he has powers that are unusual even for Terminans. Now, these powers manifest themselves as being similar to Kryptonians, but he doesn't seem to share any of Kryptonians' weaknesses. Due to his DNA being artificially maximized, Icon has vast superhuman strength and can lift well over 100 tons with minimal effort. His near-limitless strength has been shown to at least be equal with Superman. At one point, it's even shown that he punched Superman so hard that later Superman admitted that no one had ever hit him that hard, including Darkseid. Icon has superhuman speed, being shown to be comparable to that of the Flash and Superman. In turn, he also has advanced reflexes, being able to think, move, and react at superhuman speeds. He also never gets tired because of his highly advanced muscular structure that produces no fatigue toxins. He has superhuman senses, the limits of which are not known as well, and he's constantly aware of his own state of being, his physical health and mental health. This, in addition to having a genius-level intellect, lends itself to him being highly resistant to all forms of mind control and probing. Icon has the ability of flight and can go without sleep, air, food, or water for an extended period of time. And because of all these things, he's nearly invulnerable and can withstand high-impact forces, high-caliber bullets, exposure to temperature and pressure extremes, and powerful energy blasts without getting injured at all. But in the rare occasion that he is injured, he has a healing factor and can recover from any level of injury very, very quickly. Now, part of his powers rest on the fact that he has positron manipulation, and he can create, shape, or manipulate positrons. Now, these subatomic particles are the opposite of electrons, but have the same mass. And when a low-energy positron collides with a low-energy electron, annihilation occurs, resulting in the production of 2 or more gamma-ray photons. It's unknown just how powerful Icon's positron manipulation is, as it's never been used to its full potential. But we do know that using his positron powers, he can create concussive force beams, stun bolts, energy-enhanced punches, energy pulses, energy constructs, omnidirectional energy waves, a positron detection field, and a force field. In addition to all of this, he has extraordinary longevity. Although he's hundreds of years old, he appears to be a man in peak health in the prime of his life. It is noted, though, that this type of lifespan is typical for a terminin, and it's the only power that's not a result of his genetic mutation. He hides this near immortality from the public by continuously taking on the identity of his quote-unquote son over the years. Now, as I stated earlier, Icon was born under the name Arnus on the planet of Terminia. There he joined the Galactic Council known as the Cooperative, where he was essentially a lawyer. After he had just finished negotiating in a very messy situation involving a criminal named Oblivion, he took a vacation. However, while he was on this interstellar pleasure cruise, the ship came under attack, and he was forced to crash land his already damaged pod on the nearest planet, which was Earth. He ended up crashing on Earth in 1839 on a cotton plantation. There, his life pod recreated his body by duplicating the DNA of the nearest life form, who was a slave. There, growing over again as a human infant, he learned the local language and the caste system of slavery based on skin tone. He grew to love his mother, whose name was Miriam, and he later discovered that he had superpowers and invulnerability. He used these powers to secretly lighten the load of his fellow slaves and secretly aided in a movement called the Underground Railroad. Over time, he continually did good works, and he was biding his time hoping that Earth's technology would catch up to his own, allowing him to repair his ship. By the time he was 15, slavery was abolished, and he took the last name Freeman, also then aiding in the Civil War against slavery. Following the war, he attended the fictional Fisk University, where he studied law and passed the bar in several states. This gave him plenty of income, and then he was able to support himself and allowed him to keep his pod hidden under his mansion. As time went on, he threw himself into his work, but kept close eyes on Alva Technologies, which was very close to being able to have the type of technology that could help him repair his ship. His law firm grew to be one of the most successful in the country, and he became the personal lawyer to corporate leaders, senators, and the upper crust of American society. Under the name of Augustus Freeman IV, he met Raquel Irvin, who was one of a group of teens who were trying to rob him. In her, he saw some of the same traits as his dead wife Estelle Jackson, whom he had fell in love with and married back in the 50s. Raquel would be the same one who would later convince him to put on a costume and become the Icon. This is when he finally came into his own and became the Dakotaverse's premier superhero. Essentially, he was their Superman. Now, in recent years, he's battled alongside the Justice League and a newly reformed Shadow Cabinet. Icon is also noted as being good friends with Superman, and he happens to be immune to Green Lantern prosecution thanks to his status as a Terminin mutate. Now, due to his powers and abilities and his influence on the DC universe, for my 1 to 10 rating, I'll give Icon a rating of 8, which is a nostalgic rating. I hope everyone enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you next time. Be sure to like and subscribe to the new Sage.
So, Icon himself would be a super nigga. But did you know he goes SuperNova? Yes, he does. He goes an image of Icon. Of Icon going SuperNova. Oh, that's so bright. It's getting darker here. It get dark early now, so. That's Icon going SuperNova. Yep. So Icon achieves a level higher than SuperNigga. You see what I'm saying? He achieves a level higher than SuperNigga by going SuperNova and becoming a Nigga Nova, a Nita Nova, the natural star, the new soul on the block. You see what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on. This is what you got going on here. Y'all gotta understand, this energy is real. So let us continue on our journey. Let's see here, where are we? It is taught that the sun goes supernova as its final stage of evolution before becoming a neutron star, balanced soul, or black hole. Now, so did we go through? Okay, before I go to that. Now, with this soul, since the sun can go supernova, that means you can go supernova. You see what I'm saying? You can go supernova. So, did we go through this 400-year alchemy to go supernova and become white dwarfs and light solar beings ourselves? That's why in all the stories, the elects are wearing white, because white symbolizes purity and refinement. Then we become, as we transcend and reach higher levels, we become the neutron star, balanced souls, / black holes, or the dark soul core, because inside all souls is a dark vortex or a dark black sun or core that links you straight to the pleroma. You can look at it as a vortex or an access code that lets you enter, come to and from the pleroma or the primordial realm whenever you feel like it, as a living rook, a living soul. See what I'm saying? And this was gifted to you by the goddess Protanoia. See what I'm saying? The first logos. You know, the goddess Protanoia. In the Gnostic teachings, she was the first word, and she programmed this inside of you so that you can always find your way back home by following the breadcrumbs. And the breadcrumbs are always in what? Symbols, signs, omens, and pictures. You see what I'm saying? Images. So this is what you got going on here. So next, who is our next person on the list as we take our journey through finding the supernova energy? Next would be the story of Spectrum. You see what I'm saying? And let's get it in, cause you know, superhero comics never been my strong point. So I let somebody else explain it for me. That way, yeah, at least get the basics of what they're doing here.
Make sure you got to the subscribe button if you guys are enjoying the content that we're throwing up, and make sure you guys hit the like button if you enjoy the video. And yeah, let's begin. What's going on, guys? This is Rob, and we are back again with another episode of our Beyond Omega Level series, where we break down the most powerful characters in comics. And today, we're focusing on an often overlooked but exceedingly powerful character that's gone by several names over the years, including Spectrum, Photon, Pulsar, Captain Marvel, but is best known as Monica Rambeau. Probably just Spectrum is probably what she's best known as, now that I think about it. But Monica Rambeau was created by Roger Stern and John Romita, and first appeared in Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 16 in 1982. Now, she's a native of New Orleans and joins the police force, where she rises through the ranks of the New Orleans Harbor Patrol. Now, one day, she's approached by a scientist that served in the military with her grandfather, and he explains that he's developed a machine that can tap into energy sources from other universes, but that he actually did so while working for a South American dictator because he was the only one he could find that would fund the experiment. And so, in a move that should have surprised no one, but apparently did surprise the scientist, the dictator actually planned to use this technology to create a weapon. Big shocker. I know. Anyway, when the scientist finds out, he seeks out Monica for help, as the weapon is being built on an oil rig in the Gulf of Mexico. And so when Monica goes to stop the weapon, it opens up a hole between universes, dousing her with an extra-dimensional energy, which granted her the ability to transform herself into any form of energy on the electromagnetic spectrum. Now, at first, she's unable to control her powers and states that she's in danger of exploding, which would release 1,000 megatons of energy. Now, just for the sake of reference, the largest nuclear bomb ever detonated was 57 megatons. So we're talking about a massive quantity of energy here. Now, the press bestows Monica with the nickname Captain Marvel, and she enlists the Avengers to help her control her powers. And eventually, she's admitted to the team, first as a trainee and then as a full member, becoming the first female African-American member of the team. Now, she would go on to be the leader of the Avengers until she nearly dies after she transformed herself into electricity, and her atoms were dispersed after making contact with the ocean's surface. And so although Monica lives, her powers are gone for a period of time, but once she regains them, she resumes her career as a superhero, but adopts the new codename of Photon, as the Captain Marvel moniker was being used by Genius Vell, the son of the original Captain Marvel, Marvel. Interestingly, Monica and Genius Vell would again clash over a nickname, as Genius would later decide to change his name to Photon, as he didn't want to live in his father's shadow. And so Monica changed her name again to Pulsar, and would become a member of a B-list team known as Next Wave, as well as the Secret Avengers and the Initiative, until the Infinity storyline, where she once again changes her nickname, this time to Spectrum, and becomes a member of Luke Cage's Mighty Avengers, and later the Ultimates. Now, no matter the name that she's going by at any given time, Monica Rambeau is extremely powerful. As I stated earlier, she's able to transform her physical body into a variety of energy sources that exist on the electromagnetic spectrum. And so that includes radio waves, gamma rays, and everything in between. And in doing so, she takes on all the characteristics of that form of energy. She's able to fly and become invisible in most of her forms, with the exception of when she manifests as visible light. She's able to alter her size to both gigantic and microscopic proportions. She's able to become intangible, and when taking the form of pure energy, is incredibly durable. For instance, she's able to survive inside the neutral zone, a dimension made of both positive and antimatter, where even characters as powerful as Carol Danvers and Blue Marble need specialized armor to survive. She was able to fly straight through a star without being injured, so it's practically impossible to injure her when she takes the form of pure energy, which makes sense since she doesn't actually have a physical body to harm in that state. One exception to this is the Ebony Blade, a weapon made from a meteorite that was imbued with magical enchantments by the Wizard Merlin and is said to be able to cut through anything, which apparently includes energy, because Monica was harmed by the blade, though she was intangible at the time. Now, Spectrum is capable of creating hard-like constructs that are strong enough to temporarily constrain cosmic beings, as she did with Jason Quantrell, who was serving as an avatar of the Beyond Corporation, who exist beyond reality. She was able to move at insanely fast speeds, reaching the speed of light at 186,000 miles per second, and circled the globe in less than 2 seconds in one of her earliest appearances. Her primary offensive power is her ability to produce powerful energy blasts, and although she is only able to use a portion of her energy for these blasts, she can still do a great deal of damage, harming incredibly strong characters like Hercules, Namor, and Zeus, who's roughly equivalent to Odin in terms of power. She was able to produce enough electrical energy to destroy Shumagorath, who is one of the most powerful demonic forces in Marvel Comics, and she also states she could destroy a planet by becoming hard light and impacting the planet at high speed. As Spectrum is a being of pure energy, she is immortal and will not age, and not surprisingly is capable of impressive feats of energy absorption and manipulation. In one instance, she's able to absorb the energy produced by Captain Marvel, the Carol Danvers version, and Blue Marvel, which on their own can produce an insane amount of energy, and the amount they can produce together would just be ludicrous. The energy manipulation powers allow her to create holograms of herself and use the energy in others to merge with them into a singular entity, as she's done with Carol Danvers, Vision, Blue Marvel, and She-Hulk. She was also able to use her energy to bolster the telepathic powers of others and has cosmic awareness, which allows her to perceive her surroundings in her energy form, despite not having physical senses. So yeah, Monica Rambeau is a ridiculously powerful character and definitely deserves to be recognized as one of Marvel's most powerful heroes, as she's been surprisingly underused in Marvel Comics, especially until Al Ewing started using her prominently in his Mighty Avengers and Ultimates titles. But I expect she'll show up more. She's been rumored to be featured in the WandaVision series on Disney Plus in her adult form, after we already saw her as a child in the Captain Marvel movie. So when and if that happens, I think she'll take on a more prominent role in the comics. And so when that happens, you'll hopefully know a lot more about her from watching this video. But with that being said, guys, we're going to bring this to an end. If you are new here to Comics Explained, make sure you guys hit the sub button to become part of the Rob Corps. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a...
So there you go. Spectrum. Now notice, there's a continuous theme here of beings getting their energy from an extra dimensional source. It happened to Johnny Storm, or Michael B. Jordan's Johnny Storm. It happened to Spectrum. You see what I'm saying? So where is this extra dimensional energy coming from? It's actually coming from the Great Convergence. You see what I'm saying? Every so often the alignment happens, and they're just telling the story in their own way of what happens to you once you receive this radiation, this extra dimensional radiation from other realms, and how it upgrades you and you become a godlike being. And it happens ever so often on the planet. See what I'm saying? So let me give me some light here. Let's get some light. So yeah, this is what's going on here. This is what's going on. So let us continue here. Let us continue. So she goes supernova as well, as y'all well know. So let's see. Like her whole storyline is the storyline of Nigga Nova. All day, every day. So let's see here. Boom, perfect picture of her going supernova. Hold on, let me turn it off for a second. Y'all can see. So this is a real life energy. This is a real life energy. You know, this is the next level after you become a super nigga. See what I'm saying? The next level. So now, that we know about what's going on. So let's talk about the nigga timeline. You know, what's been happening. A lot of people was tripping off my exceptional nigga. They're like, where the fuck did he get this shit from here? And even is it even real? Yep. I'm going to show you it's real. Now I'm going to go step by step according to, it's in the literature, it's in the mythos, it's in everything we do, right? So I'm going to go step by step according to, you know, the timeline. You know, book by book. So, they telling you what it is. Let's get it. From Superman to Man, J.A. Rogers. That, you know, he wrote this, I think, late 1800s, early 1900s, somewhere up in there. This is one of the first books you get to tap in. Then you know how you fare from the super god to a regular man. What is a man? A man is a being who's locked down, basic being, living life. You know, ain't really doing shit. Trying to make it, right? You know, trying to make it. You know, you had to deal with that bullshit. You had to deal with being prisoners of war, slavery, all the other crazy shit. At this time, this is what J.A. Rogers is talking about. How you feel to the man-like level. Next, you get the nigga Bible. Y'all probably never even heard of that. The nigga Bible. It's by Robert H. Decoy. The most controversial book of our generation. Slashes through hypocrisy to reveal a seething, shocking view all men know about, but none have dared to express. And this was a very controversial book that came out in the 60s and 70s. And it's just telling you what the life of a melanated person, the American Negro. You see what I'm saying? So now, this came out in the 60s during the Revolution. So now you've become revolutionaries in a story. And now you're tapping into your nigga energy, which is the natural man and natural woman. You see what I'm saying? So now you came out of just regular man, of just dealing with the day-to-day life, toil in the fields, dealing with this bullshit in this motherfucker United States corporation's corrupt system. Now you came out of it and you rebelled against their system as the revolutionary, the Black Panther Party, the hippies, and all other groups who played their part as the freedom fighters of the age, the NOI, and everyone else who fought for a right to be free. You know, Rainbow Coalition, yada yada, yada yada, right? So that's what the nigga Bible is talking about. And yes, it's out of print. You can't even get that anymore. Believe it or not. It's out of motherfucking print. Believe it or not. So now you should already know. Because it was so controversial and so powerful, they made sure to lock that shit down eventually. So next. The next level. You get from niggas to gods. Alright. Now we tapping into the exceptional nigga. Or the super nigga. You see what I'm saying? The super nigga. So this is the actual timeline, and it's being reflected in the media, in the entertainment, and in the stories from niggas to God. You see what I'm saying? What is a God? A generator, operator, and destroyer. Better known as the exceptional nigga, that one nigga in 10,000. Also known as what? The super nigga, or the SuperNeta, SuperNigga, SuperNigga, SuperNegrito. Now, we're giving you the next level. You see what I'm saying? We're giving you the next level, which is going from the super nigga to what? The supernova. You see what I'm saying? The supernova. You see what I'm saying? The supernova. So this is what you got going on here. This is what you got going on. So yeah, the supernova, the nigga nova, the new star, the new soul. This is all code. Then you know your evolution to becoming this primordial being. You see what I'm saying? This celestial being. That's the next level, the Ethereans. Dr. York talked about the Ethereans. Bobby Hemmett talked about the Nagas. Everybody's talking about the same shit for the most part. You see what I'm saying? The theory and the solar being, the soul master. You know. So this is what's got going on. So you had Superman the man, letting you know how you feel from the super level, the super god that you were, to man, and you had which is your cocoon phase, the sleeping man, the sleeping god. That's what man represents, the sleeping man, sleeping god. Then you resurrect again, or you reactivate, and you become a revolutionary, and you rebel against just being the basic sleeping man. You see what I'm saying? The sleeping god. And you become the nigga at this point. The natural man and natural woman. You upgrade. Another genetic evolution happens in the 60s and 70s, right? Then next, what happens next? You start to tap into what? From niggas to guys. Now, you're tapping into the metaphysical side of it. The supernatural, the soul being, who's coming online now. You see what I'm saying? You see that there's more to you than just being the natural man. You now understand that you are exceptional and you have become the super nigga. Where my cape at, cuz? Where my cape at? I need that now. I need that so I can fly around and fuck this shit up. That's why everybody hungry for their abilities, cause they're super nigga level now. And they ready. Now, this is where we continue here. So next, after the super nigga level, and from niggas to guys came out in the 90s, which was the 90s, early 2000s, somewhere up in there, I think somewhere up in there. You know, it's somewhere up in there. During, when the metaphysical revolution exploded, for the most part. I know it's in 90s, 2000s, I know it's somewhere up in there. So when, that gave you the metaphysical energy, the spiritual energy, to the metaphysical knowledge to upgrade from just being demigods or the natural man and natural woman to being gods, which is the living being, the living generator, operator, destroyer, the superman, the superhero, the superwoman. You see what I'm saying? This is saying the soot overlord. Now you've coming back into your power. This is what you got going on here. So what happens next? We are now ready to enter supernova. Supernova, the nigga novas. Now you are becoming or transcending into their what? Their new soul, their new star. You see what I'm saying? Their new being. That's what the new literature is about. Our nigga nova energy is kind of new, but it's kind of new. But it's but we've been tapping into it for a minute. They even have a clothing line, I think. That's made by his Instagram name is Nigga Nova. So it's hit the planet. The energy's already hit the planet. Now we just tapping into it. So that's what you got going on with the Nigga Novas, the Naga Novas, the Nita Novas. The natural man who has become, the natural man and woman who has become the new star or the new soul on the block, the new divine being, the new Christ-like energy, yada 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 yada. Y'all know y'all future, just like we've taught to y'all on multiple occasions. You become these celestial gods, these celestial beings after you come out of this cocoon phase of this cycle that we're in. So now, let me wrap it up. Let's see here. Get some light here. We'll finish up. We will finish up. Let's see here. Now, here's my little spell or my little meditative exercise for you to tap in. It's called Supernova Activation, also known as Nigga Nova Activation. This is what you do. You focus on your inner heart soul. Here. Now, what I want you to do is begin to feel the heat of your divine spark. Here. And let that energy warm you. And as it begins to heat up, it begins to combust. The combustion is your inner soul going supernova. And from there, you can set such cool things as flame on and imagine your whole body getting engulfed in solar flames. Now you got that fire and desire. From there, it is just a matter of learning to harness and practicing the solar energies by, doing different exercises, punching, kicking, moving, doing whatever you need to do, and projecting the fire out of your hand, just like you would push the cart really hard when in Walmart. Same principle. From there, you can ascend and travel to other dimensions and enjoy your etheric soul journey. Sincerely, the Nigga Nova Council. You see what I'm saying? So there you go. And finally, you are the guardians of the galaxy. You are the celestials. You are the star lords. And don't ever let them tell you otherwise. So there you go. There you go. There it is, y'all. There it is. We have now explored the realm of the SuperNigga or the SuperNova. And we have come to find that it is all real and that it is all true. And now we know that this super godlike force, this supernova energy, is where it's at. So there you go. There you go. So with that being said, any questions? Any questions? Samika, thank you, no problem. And that's part 2 of the Exceptional Nigga series. SuperNigga the SuperNova, that we now know is called Nigga Nova. Or the Nigga Novas. So any questions? Man, powerful, chosen, British. Thank you. All right. If y'all don't have any questions, I'm Marvin Jones. David, Marvin, when this shit going to end? It's going to end for us, the Great Convergence. Yeah, we've done our job, so we'll get our upgrades and get prepared for war. But for everybody else, they got to face judgment on this planet. Because they chose not to awaken. So yeah, there you go, David. And the Great Convergence is December 21st, 2020/2012. Any other questions before I go? Well, y'all don't have any questions. Y'all can also, y'all want the 100 sacred needle names? Y'all can come hit me up for the 20. And I also throw in the 50 names of Marduk if you want them. So yeah, so the 100 sacred deed names for $20, and I throw in the 50 names of Mardu for free. Hit me up on Messenger, email me at mcjnetwork@gmail.com. So yeah, also if you want to check out my other occult lectures, you can hit me up at the Melanaut Order on YouTube. So share this with your friends, let them know what it is. And if you want to donate, you can cash at me at MCJ Network. And I'm out. Peace.